Well, first of all, the muted mics thing turned out to be a good idea. I'll be honest, I was a bit skeptical, but I think that was actually a very helpful tool. I do want to give a shout out to our colleague, Kristen Walker, who I think just had a tremendous command of this debate, and I think it actually helped facilitate what was, look, at the end of the day, I do think viewers got a measure of both of these men. I think this debate distilled who they are. I think in many ways, if you've been following this campaign closely, you probably did not learn a lot. But compared to what we saw in that first debate, I think there is almost a sigh of relief that we at least got an idea of what each might do. The thing that struck me the most, though, about this debate was how much the president sort of took his defensiveness and tried to act like a challenger candidate. He didn't really talk about what he was going to do in a second term. He would not talk much about sort of defending. He'd defend some of the attacks on himself, but he kept trying. In some ways, he was trying to make Joe Biden the incumbent. He's been trying to sort of recreate his October 2016 mojo, which I get, but he's the incumbent president. And I think ultimately tonight, the question I have is, as he was trying to deflect answers on health care, deflect answers on COVID, deflect answers on the economy, are folks that are watching that going, well, wait a minute, who's been the president the last 4 years, you or that other guy? And that's the question I have. I do think, though, that Donald Trump probably stopped the bleeding tonight, and that was an important moment if you're a Republican.
Was the president able to pump air into this October surprise that he's been working on, the emails, the Hunter Biden stuff? He kept bringing it up.
I felt as if that when he would talk about certain things, particularly that issue and a couple other times, and I want to say this very shorthand, I felt like he was almost speaking the language of Fox primetime. And if you watch a lot of Fox primetime, you understood what he was saying. But if you don't, you have no idea. I'll be honest with you. I had different people go, what is that? I didn't hear that. I don't understand this. And I simply said, well, you don't speak that language. And I do think that was part of the president's problem, is that he did speak to folks who already understand what he's saying. Did he actually talk to anybody who's vacillating in the middle tonight? And did he make a pitch to bring them back to him? I did not hear that kind of pitch. And I do think when he went after Biden personally and he went after that Hunter Biden stuff, I just, you know, if you didn't follow it closely, you probably don't quite understand what the hit is. Hello from Washington, I'm Chuck Todd, and thanks for checking out the Meet the Press channel on YouTube. Click on the button down here to subscribe and click over here to watch the latest interviews, highlights, and other digital exclusives.